Well, we started out this whole FM24 process by doing a lot of Pep and Klopp tactics. We've kind of trailed off a little bit lately, but I figured now's a good time to come back. This one is called PEP'S 3-2-2-2-1, and it basically all it says is high tempo, short pass into space. It got them, the tester who uploaded this, their Man City team to 101 points, 3 losses, 2 draws, 100, and I think that says 61 or 51 goals. It's through the roof either way. But we're going to test it out with our 3 teams, 2 in the Premier League of Liverpool and Aston Villa, and our championship side of Ipswich Town in a holiday sim, and we're going to see how it does with them. So let's just dive into the Premier League and see what happened. Well, unfortunately for us, our 2 teams didn't come anywhere near their Man City team. Liverpool with only 101, I mean not 100, only 101 goals. It's still pretty darn nice, still first in the league. But 81 points is definitely lower than usual. Aston Villa only in 9th place with 53 points. Yeah, you need to actually kind of get your hands into this one and work it. Not do a holiday sim like I did. But we're still going to take a full look at this anyway, and let's just get into Liverpool's domestic cup run. You can see Carabao Cup final, a thrashing over Burnley 5-0, getting another trophy there. FA Cup final, well, you got to the final. Unfortunately, you lose out to Chelsea 1-3. But trophy number 3 does come in Europe, in the Europa League final in extra time to Bayer Leverkusen. So all in all, sure, their point tally is down in the Premier League than usual, but overall, 3 trophies and a runners-up, I'd still take it. An average sea of green for them, unfortunately, but it's not fully unexpected. Goals, 23 for Salah, 20 for Szoboszlai, who gets up there, nicely done. 19 assists for McAllister, and Endo gets in there with 17. Wow, he doesn't play usually all that often. But 7-3-2 for McAllister. But we are going to switch it up to Aston Villa's side, unfortunately out immediately in the Carabao Cup 3rd round in penalties to Fulham, and out in the FA Cup 5th round to Newcastle 0-3. They do get to the Europa Conference League, but lose out to Eintracht Frankfurt 1-2. So yeah, overall, the Conference League was pretty nice, but unfortunately, it wasn't the greatest of seasons. And 4 in the green, one of them is Coutinho, unfortunately. But 19 goals for Luis, 16 for Zaniolo, assists 16 for Diaby, 15 for McGinn, and average rating Douglas Luis up there with a 7.12. Data Hub, again, Liverpool through the roof attacking-wise. Defensively, they have some bases covered, but I wouldn't say that they're on the average mark. Yeah, they're conceded, and XG against is definitely higher than usual. 2.66 goals per game. Aston Villa's Data Hub, yeah, definitely down in the goals, definitely down in some defensive pieces, but goals per game 1.82, 1.63 conceded, 1.52 XG against. Ouch. And yeah, that leads us back here for the Data Hub. Liverpool in first, though, with 2.13 points per game. Aston Villa all the way down in 9th with only 1.39. But the main part of the Data Hub, Liverpool in first with most goals, 101. Aston Villa still making the list in 4th with 69. Fewer shots against, Liverpool in 3rd with 280. Villa with 385. Most possession, Liverpool only making the list with 51%, so a little bit low on their side. Most dribbles made, Liverpool in first with 784. Aston Villa with 717. Best pass completion, Villa do make the list with 88%, but most shots for first and second, 711 for Liverpool, all the way down to 591 for Aston Villa. So what could happen on the championship side? This definitely could be a mixed bag. Well, they somehow come in first, 104 points, not really through the roof there, but 135 goals is pretty nice. But I would have to say they were about average in the domestic cups, out in the Carabao Cup 3rd round against Middlesbrough 0-1, and then out in the FA Cup 5th round against Hull 2-4. So yeah, championship is where it is at, usually is. Squad, again, on the average side, maybe actually a little bit more than average. Almost half the team in green, though. 15 goals for Broadhead, 13 for Yildiz, who comes in. Assists 36 for Wes Burns. Wow, that is through the roof. 11 for Sam Morsey. And then average rating, 7.60 for Wes Burns. Wow, that's pretty high. George Hurst all the way down. Only 11 starts. I mean, that's actually more than usual. But it looks like Leif Davis is no longer at the club. Championship stats, 2.26 points per game is kind of on the lower side for them, but still, they get tops of the league, so it's not too bad. Most goals in first, clearly with 135, no one else even getting to 100. Fewest shots against in 4th with 364, most possession not there, but most dribbles made in 2nd with 899, and most shots for in 1st with 765. So let's dive a little bit deeper now into the tactic itself. Again, This is made from someone else who uploaded to the site that I got this from. I did not create this. I don't really know specifics about Pep's 3, tactic at least. This is a version of his 3-2-2-2-1. Maybe it's a version they would like to see them play. Maybe it's an actual version of sometimes what they actually do use. But we're going to start out with a sweeper keeper in defend, ball playing defenders all across the line. We got a winger on support on both sides, two Seguda Volantes on the midfield in the middle. We got an attacking midfielder in support. We got an attacking midfielder in attack on the right, and an advanced forward in attack up front. Balanced mentality. In possession, attacking with his narrow. Approach play is pass into space. Passing directness is shorter. Tempo is higher. Low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. So how did this work overall for our three teams? Well, sadly, nowhere near what they got with their Man City test. Ipswich, coming in first, 104 points, 135 goals is through the roof. It's fantastic. The point tally, maybe not, but the goals definitely are. Liverpool, kind of on the average mark, a little bit lower than average. Goals look nice, but Aston Villa really struggling with this one. So, and again, this is a holiday sim. As I always usually say, if you take control of this, play each match, do your own transfers, shouts, tactics, things like that. You could definitely do a better job here. But overall, in this save, it was definitely on the average or maybe a little bit below. But that's it for me, Sevian FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.